Hey everybody, happy Friday. Welcome back to Sportsology. I am your host, Ryan. Hope you all have had a good week. I've been not in the office too often, been out in demonstrations and other appointments. Had a big customer cut over this week, so I had to be on their site. So I haven't been around a lot, but I'm back today and I want to share a little bit of information on technology and ESG. And then we're going to talk about a MLB DFS lineup that you can start setting tonight based on some of the information I'll give you. If you're new to the show, Sportsology is simply me taking time out of my day to just go through some things on business, technology, and daily fantasy sports. Basically, the only two things that I do outside of help raise my children. So those are my big two areas of things that I can assist with. Okay, now a lot of days I'll talk about a different type of technology or one of our partners that we use. What I want to do today is talk about how we help our clients or hopefully to be clients evaluate a project. We do things a little bit differently than a lot of the other technology companies out there. We spend a lot of time with people up front, and this is kind of it's like our six stage evaluation process of how we help walk customers through an evaluation as opposed to just answering a few questions and just giving them a piece of paper with a price tag. So first thing that we do is what we call a discovery session. And discovery is sitting down, depending on the opportunity, usually it consists of me, your quote unquote salesperson, and then probably somebody from the engineering department, one of the people that's actually going to build the solution. And it's nice to have them around to kind of hear it right out of you. Uh, I don't understand how people don't spend more time on this. There are other organizations who don't spend as much time in discovery, but how do you know that you're building the right solution for somebody if you don't spend time with them up front? And we at ESG, we focus on the business side of things instead of just trying to say put in quote unquote the right technology for how it's going to work. We want to figure out how this is going to help benefit your business the most. Look at it more from a business perspective than just simply a functionality perspective. Okay. Step two is preparing a demonstration for you. Now, we don't want to just give you a blanket demonstration that we say the same things to everybody. We really want to tailor the demonstration around what we feel is going to be most advantageous for you and your organization. So we spend a lot of time up front putting together a demo that is specifically catered towards your needs based upon what we learned in the discovery portion of it. Number three is going to be the actual demonstration. This is where we get to have a little bit of fun. We're going to play with the technology. We're going to get hands on. It usually works best if people can come see us because we have all the demonstration rooms set up here in our office. But if you can't, we can typically bring it to you. It may not be quite as good, but we can still give you a pretty good demonstration at your spot. This is where it helps for IT to get more of some C-level ownership management type employees involved because ultimately they're the ones that write the checks, but get them involved so they know what they're buying. Let them see them, let them play with it. That's going to make my job easier and it's going to make your job easier. We're very big on getting at least part of management or ownership or at least some cross section of employees involved here. So it's not just you playing the game of telephone where we tell you a lot of things. Now you're stuck trying to translate it based off of nothing more than one demonstration together. So we feel this is beneficial for everybody. All right, step four, solution preparation. I will work with engineering, and when I say I will work with them, they're going to do about 99% of the work. We're going to create a solution that we feel is most advantageous to you based upon what we have learned. We want this to give you your best value, your best bang for your buck, and most importantly, something that's going to work, that's going to make us look good, right? Okay, now after we've prepared this, we'll sit down and we will go through it step by step. I'm not just going to hand you, a piece of paper right here with a big price tag on it and say, okay, this is what it is, and walk away. We will show you how we built this, why we built it, step by step, what each position or what part is going to make up. So you have a really good understanding of why your solution was created this way. And then after we review the solution together, we'll make any necessary adjustments you deem. Sometimes people will see, oh, wireless headsets, way more than I thought. Don't want 12, cut it down to 3. Or vice versa. Oh, that's not nearly as expensive. Let's go with 20 of those instead of just 10. So that's a very kind of short breakdown of how we work with people, but we really like to spend the time up front so you know what you're getting. This is going to be expensive. This isn't like an impulse purchase. So spending time with customers, showing them what they're getting so they have a real good understanding, ultimately leads to them being happier, which makes us look better. Okay, time to pivot over to some Major League Baseball DFS. I'm going to run this out in a cash lineup, probably make some adjustments from here on out, but this is what I'm starting with as of right now. Moving over to the pitching positions, obviously in a cash game, you're going to start with Jake Arrieta, probably the surest thing out there right now. His price isn't insane. I mean, 12.8 is a lot of money. Uh, But for Jake Arrieta, you know you're going to get at least 15 points out of him. Put him in there and feel safe about it. Pitching has been blown up a lot this year, so it's been tough to predict. So stick with Arrieta. Next up, I'm going to ride the Cole train. Garrett Cole has been much better his last couple starts than he had been the rest of the year. His K numbers have gone up. He hasn't gone over 7 strikeouts all year, but 3 of the times he struck out 7 people, 2 of those have come in his last starts. He's at home tonight. He does get a decent number of fly balls, so Pittsburgh is a very big stadium. Good for a fly ball pitcher, but also the wind is blowing in tonight, making it even harder to get a cheap home run. All right, catching spot. Now, I don't love going up against Quintana because Jose Quintana of the White Sox has pitched very well this year. But Salvador Perez has hit very well lately. He's hitting 9 of his last 10, and he has hit Quintana very well in his career. And most of all, his price is all the way down to $2,600 today. That's a great quote-unquote punt play catcher. All right, first base, Carlos Santana. The way that he hits the ball lines up very well with Buchholz's style of pitching. He homered twice last night, so he's obviously not doing poorly at the plate right now, and Buchholz has been giving up a lot of runs. Plus, the Indians are pretty much on fire at the plate right now. All right, second base. For now, you want to make sure that this guy doesn't get suspended today because of him knocking out Bautista the other day. He does have a suspension looming, but I do like the price point for Odor of $3,600 at second base. If he's leading off and playing tonight against McCullers, that's a great play. Third base, Danny Valencia. Valencia is red hot. He's going up against a lefty tonight in Sabathia. This is kind of a no-brain play for today. Third base, Danny Valencia. Move over to shortstop. Manny Machado is super cheap today. Anytime you can get Machado at $4,100, I think he's almost a must-play in cash. Although I can see pivoting away from him in attorney because I'm assuming he's going to be really highly owned due to his low price, and that's why I like him in cash, but totally get not playing him in attorney because he is in a little bit of a Machado slump. So when I say a Machado slump, look at his last 20 at-bats. He's 2 for his last 20. So I still love him at that price point, but he's not exactly killing it lately. Simeon might be not a bad guy to look at. Correa is always in play. Lindor is killing it lately, so check those guys out. Outfield, I got Chris Davis, who is absolutely mashing lately. Not only is he just homering left and right, he's also had 2 long warning track shots, so the guy is absolutely crushing it lately. Going up against Sabathia, who he's not what he used to be. All right, speaking of the Yankees, I got Brett Gardner in there in the outfield as well. In his last 4 games, he's got 19, 19, and a 23 and 4. And so he's got 3 multi-hit games in his last 4. And Sonny Gray is not the Sonny Gray we've seen, so I do like a Yankee. And then I got Nomar Mazara in at my other outfield spot, only $2,900 today. Multiple hit games in 3 of his last 4 and 4 of his last 6. Not a lot of extra base hits in that time, but he did homer recently, and he hits right-handed pitching very well. So that's what I got for now, guys. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out. Besides that, have a great day.